renovated and recently opened to the public. The 100-year-old Titan crane is pretty impressive from down here, but wait till we get up there. Well, here we are at the top of the crane with this incredible 360-degree view of Glasgow. But if you're scared of heights, I really wouldn't look down. Well, I think you would have had to be quite fit back in the day to walk the 200 and something steps to get up here. I'm quite glad I took the lift. Oh my God. We're standing on this grill that's kind of over this void, but when the workmen were up here, they would have been walking on these walkways here and would have only had this wee railing to hold on to. So luckily we're all kind of caged in here at the moment, so it's a little bit safer. But incredible view, absolutely breathtaking. And you just get such a sense of scale kind of being up here, you know. You really can feel kind of how big this crane actually is. So we're now in the wheelhouse, which is about 150 feet up in the air above the River Clyde. And looking at the pictures that are here on the display boards, you really get a sense of, you know, just how busy and bustling this whole area would have been. You know, thousands of faces, thousands of workmen, just such a sense of excitement with all these massive big ships being built here, which is quite a stark contrast to what the area looks like now. It's not exactly desolate. I mean, obviously we've got a lot of new building happening at the moment, but it's certainly not, you know, there's not the forest of other cranes and just that kind of thriving busyness that there would have been back in the day. Could you tell me then, Eleanor, what's so special about this crane?
This crane is 100 years old this year. It was the crane that put the boilers and the propellers into the great ships like the QE2 and the Queen Mary that were built here at John Brown's Yard. The yard obviously is no longer in existence, and this is the only relic, if you like, of the great shipbuilding past in Clydebank. This crane was used for fitting out the ships. The east yard, where the college now sits, was where they were built. They would have been launched down the slipways into the River Cart, which is just opposite here, and then the ships would have been guided and piloted round into this flotation basin, and that's when the Titan would really have got to work with all the other cranes, putting in the boilers, putting in the big pieces of equipment that are necessary to make a ship seaworthy. Well, we know exactly it cost £24,000 to build, and it took a year to build. It's amazing, you know, that they would have built this in just a year.
It's only when you come up close to something like this that you realise what the term heavy industry actually meant. I mean, these cogs and these cables would have been used to lift, you know, hundreds of tons worth of weight when they were fitting out the ships. Probably the noise and probably the heat in here as well, with all these cogs and cables and everything turning around. It's quite amazing, really.
What we've done over the past 2 years is blast all the old rust away and the paint away, repainted it, put a new lift in, and enabled people complete access to the jib at the top. People that have worked here or you know, are interested in industrial archaeology can come and have a look at all of this. Probably the most exciting bit is out on the jib itself, where you're 150 feet over the River Clyde. We have viewers that enable people to be able to look right down the Clyde and to the Firth and down to Glasgow.
All the way up into the centre of town. We've got Pacific Quay, SECC, all the new flats all the way up there, right into the centre of the town, the cathedral, the university, but way, way, way in the distance, oh my goodness me, the wind farm with the wind turbines. We do have so much new development that's happening down here. This is new Clydebank College here that's just being built, and I hear that there's going to be a new leisure facility just to the left-hand side of it down here. Well, I'm standing just below the kind of top deck here, and the scale, the sense of scale is unbelievable.
Shipyards employs so many people that we know already that there are many people in Canada and America and Australia who had parents and grandparents who worked here. So this is going to be, I think, a fantastic venue for them to head for.
Well, that's it. We're heading back down again. Can't use the lift at the moment, so we've got a lot of stairs to go down. Spiral staircase, we're not going to get too dizzy.